All right, folks. Again, it's us at Hindsight. It's Beat Physicist, Mr. Suave, Sensei Buddha, here chopping it up. Monday morning quarterbacking on a Sunday, nonetheless.
Let's say the quarterback.
Yeah. But we get it in when we can get it in. Today's story, we're talking about child molesters. Yeah.
Man, I don't want to hear this shit.
Damn. Well, you may not want to hear it, but you got to deal with it, man. It's reality. They're out there. The predators out there.
You know what? Fire for that. Fire for that.
A fire?
Yeah.
Fire burn? Okay. All right, that's a West Indian saying that Mr. Suave is shouting. But yeah, in Glenn County, Georgia, a brave 11-year-old girl, of course she's going to remain nameless to protect her identity, was assaulted by a man named John Schuler, age 40, in a Sonny's BBQ in the women's restroom in Brunswick, Georgia. The little girl fought off Schuler, who told her to shush as he hid in the restroom to attack her. The little girl let out a scream while running out of the bathroom. Awesome on her part. Then Amber, a diligent worker at Sonny's BBQ, responded record time to this crisis, along with the rest of the Sonny's BBQ staff. Amber pulled Schuler out of the restroom, and basically the whole staff just locked the whole place down. Called the police, the Glenn County police, and they slapped the bracelets on Schuler, and it turns out he's a registered sex offender for molesting children going all the way back to 2008. Immediately after, the little girl's mother went to social media, as she should, and told everybody what she could about Schuler. So now, the community's kind of banding together, trying to be vigilant to, keep an eye on these child molesters, and stop them from committing these crimes. So, in this case, he got charged with aggravated assault, false imprisonment of a child, and enticing a child for indecent purposes. So, yeah. So in this case, we got the ending that we would like to get. All right, yeah. Big up to the little girl who fought the attacker off and got home in time to see herself on the news. Yeah. So.
Well put. Well put.
No, well.
All right.
Can't stand this shit.
Suave, what's on your mind? Go in.
I give a clap. I give a clap and applause to the young, brave little girl, because I got a little one on my own. You got a little on your own. Sensei Buddha got some nieces out here. He was taking care of them. He had two little ones. He was watching them if we was away. So that falls on any guardian, any parent, any friend who's really a true friend, anything like that.
Yes, sir.
This shit right here is the one crime. You know what? I could see people selling drugs trying to better themselves growing up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Even though you affected your community, these people are choosing to affect themselves, even though crack and heroin is a bad addiction. But you still have that choice to and not to do it, right? These little kids don't have a choice to do this shit. These adults, old ass motherfuckers, are taking advantage of these children over and over. This is countless. From giving them candy to toys to this shit, trying to kidnap them in the bathroom, telling them to shut up and sneak out the back door. And had she not fought off, he would have got away with her. And the mother, this ain't the first time this rat bastard did it before. John Schuler, fuck your pussy ass. I say, don't let me capture your bitch ass. I'm saying that on the record. On the record. Now, I always say everything we say our views and our views only. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Yep.
But child molestation go, fuck all that. I don't support this. I'm not cool with it. And people say, oh, they can be rehabilitated. This is something you can't be rehabilitated with. So I think there was a study done back in the day in Europe where they, don't quote me on this because I'd have to actually look it up and get the exact facts for it. But there was a study done in Europe where they actually castrated a bunch of child molesters, and when they released them with therapy, they still went back and did it because it's just like when someone rapes somebody. It's all about the power. It's not even about the actual act. It's about the power you have over somebody. And that's what this is. That's what these dirt bags are doing. And I feel, if I was in the restaurant, anybody else, it probably would have been checkmate, game, set, match. He wouldn't have left that back. I would have blacked out. I would have blacked out. I would have removed the little child so she don't have to see the blackout. But that would have been a blackout moment. Because I'm glad people actually stepped up. Because this world we're in now is so voyeurism, and people are so quick to pull out a phone so they could get their world star moment, and that actually helped. Yeah, people actually helped. I'm surprised nobody put it on their phone. I'm glad nobody put it on their phone to protect the identity of the little girl. But I give big up to the Sony staff, and that's shit. I never liked Sony BBQs, and I probably won't ever go there again after seeing this nonsense. But that's here or there. But the staff actually stepped up. Now, a couple questions I had was why this girl's 11 years old. I mean, that's of age to let your child go to the bathroom by himself. But why are you not keeping an eye on him? Was anybody else? Was she just her mom? There's some other factors. I want to know, how did this happen? Was this dude already in the bathroom hiding?
That's what
I know. That's what it looks like, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know in these restaurants, employees supposed to go in every so hours and do a cleanup of the bathrooms. And when you cleaning, quote unquote, you're supposed to be doing a check of the bathroom. So if at this moment, did someone just fake forge that? That's something the authorities need to look into. Was it a time somebody was supposed to go in there and check the bathroom? Or did they just falsify like they really didn't? I put that on them too. Like I said, man, there's so many different things going on with this, that, how he get in the bathroom, the employees check in, the mom. Like, I wouldn't let my kid, 11, 12, out my sight for that long without keeping a left or right eye, still making sure, going into that bathroom, watching the exit door, probably going in the bathroom myself, see if there's an exit just in case some nonsense like this happens. But like I said, big up to the employees, big up to the little girl mainly and foremost for putting the brakes on this 40-year-old dirtbag. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Brother Buddha, please.
Gentlemen, thank you. Mr. Suave, I completely concur and wholeheartedly agree with you. They do need a monitor because obviously that this is a place where there's obviously a lot of kids and young people. And as Mr. Suave said, just by having a bathroom monitor could have cut everything short. Because how was this guy able to get into the girls' bathroom like that? Now, I'm not trying to blame Sony, for, the barbecue place for a lot of things, but...
Sonny's.
I'm sorry. Everything's okay?
Yeah, it was it's Sonny's barbecue. Sorry.
Sonny's barbecue, right. Sorry about that. And you're going to need monitors there just to watch little kids, just to watch people. You need a bathroom monitor just in case somebody goes in there and they may have an accident, on their own, not trying to blame the establishment. What I was very impressed with, and we will agree upon, the way the staff just linked up like Voltron, the way the mother got involved, everybody got involved. Even in the article, it expressed about how people in the community had, they're more on watch and how they're more on alert. And that's a wonderful thing. And we're all going to learn from this. And I think, if anything, if there's some kind of a report on how that community has now transformed and they're going to have extra people watching the children, we should try to get a hold of those reports and to see how things are done. But definitely, the restaurant would have to definitely put bathroom monitors there, just at the entrance point. And if they feel so, they may have to put some kind of monitor maybe inside, both for the females as well as for the males room, just to make sure, one, to keep people from lurking in the bathroom. It was obvious that that guy was lurking in the bathroom and he laid in wait. And that's something that
Premeditated.
yes, very much premeditated. And, Mr. Swab, you're so right. If there had been a simple bathroom monitor, and when you have a bathroom monitor, you talk about every 10, 15, 20 minutes, and since you're monitoring the bathroom, that means you're going to be looking in that direction. You're going to see if everybody's okay. You will make sure kids are all right. And just whatever man hit himself, he would have been.
Go back. I just lost you for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I said, just if he had some monitor, if inside just the bathroom itself, they would have been able to discover this. And I would really like to know. They said that he hid himself. They didn't go into in depth where he was actually hiding himself. So I don't know. Was he in a closet there? Was he in the stall? How was he able to conceal himself, and for how long? Those are the things that I'm worried and concerned about. So, with that being said, I think everybody did a wonderful, responded well. They blew him up on social media as they should. And, hopefully they will put him away for a very, very long period of time where he needs to be.
Yeah.
But tactically, the little girl, she responded properly. She did the best that she could do, and it worked for her. She didn't go with him. She, I guess, remembered her stranger danger messages, whatever the case may be. And it really worked. And a big kudos to Amber and all of them down there that immediately responded, and they protected this young lady, little girl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guess what I want to get into is a few things. I guess, maybe not in this order exactly, but the psychology of these types of predators and the type of behavior to look out for with this type of lurking and stalking and what have you. And also, I want to say, folks, there's a sex offender registry that you can look up, and you can see, I think you could see exactly where they live. So in your area, you'll be able to know who was convicted of a sex crime and exactly where they live, basically. So I think this was, I don't know if you guys remember Megan's Law. This thing happened in New York or New Jersey, the tri-state, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut areas, where a neighbor of this family basically had murdered the young girl. And from that, the family, lobbied and was able to get a law so that sex offenders would have to register, by law, if they were convicted of sex crime. So, everyone should, when you purchase a home or you decide to live in a certain area, get on the internet, look for your sex offender registry, and see who's who in your area, and keep an eye out. Also, Halloween is just around the corner. When you go out with your kids, and a group of adults should meet, it should be in a large group in the neighborhood. The adults should have walkie-talkies, in my opinion, as well as the cell phones. And there should be constant radio checks, mic checks. Okay, what's the count on the kids? Okay, we got to this block. Okay, do another count on the kids. All right, all the neighbors involved. Okay, make sure there's nobody that's kind of lurking around, acting suspicious. I mean, it's a bit harder on Halloween, because of the costumes and whatnot. The kids are, having a good time screaming. But take an active approach to organizing your kids' activities and be engaged. Now, as for the psychological aspect of predators and how to avoid them, I have to admit my expertise is limited in this respect. You could usually tell when somebody's following you. Now, in this case, somebody was waiting in the bathroom, so it's basically a trap, the way I look at it. So, I mean, this girl, she handled it perfect. This creepy guy came and started, trying to do some stuff, and, she didn't freeze. Some people freeze, because, an adult is threatening them, so, but she had this fight or flight, and, she did what she needed to do and took care of business. So kudos again to her.
I agree. Yeah, man. Easy way for you guys to find out your local dirt bags for sexual offenders, and this could be it shows what they were the crime that they were charged with. Also, you just go to Google, you do a quick little search that is called. It's very simple. You just call it sexual offenders and put your state, and it will pop up. Like in Florida, it's offender.fdle.state.florida.us. In New York, it's somewhat criminal justice or NY. So each, that's just throwing stuff out there. But in whatever state you do, just do sex offenders and the state, and they'll tell you exactly how you can find the registry of those sex offenders. And Florida is flooded. Florida is flooded with them. For some reason, and it's from all ages. I just looked at a map right now around my mom's crib, and I'm like, I need to start shooting everybody I see. Goddamn it, it's crazy. It's crazy. It just flooded the whole map. It's crazy, and it like I said, it gives a description of the crime, a picture of their face, and the address where that some of them bitches live. Not for you to go take matters into your own hands, because you are not the law. This ain't some old bullshit Legends of Tomorrow where you're your own vigilante, or you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, we got law enforcement. You see something like that, you see somebody trying, hey, how you doing, kids? You go trick or treating, like the physicist said. You don't take them to that person's house. You go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But you never know the intent. I said that's a disease, illness. But I think it's an illness they chose to have, because it's perfectly grown men out there in this world looking for what they're trying to do, not that poor innocent person that they want to take power of and control of for their own pleasure, for their own desires. Fuck all that.
All right.
Well said. Also, one of the things, and I'd gotten this little tip from a long time ago. If the family goes out, one of the things that they have colored wristbands. And my friend, he had shown me that this is a wristband that him, his wife, and their daughter used to wear. It was like a multicolored wristband. So it's like if the child gets lost and it comes time to identifying the child, and then there may be some type of thing where, they have to say, hey, who's the parent? And one holds up their wristband, everybody knows that they got a wristband. Also, they gave their daughter information. They gave her things with numbers, and they made her remember a lot of numbers. Well, not a lot, but the numbers that she needs to know.
All right, we just lost you.
Can you hear me?
Repeat that? Yeah.
Yeah. The daughter had to memorize the phone numbers, the cell number, the father's cell number, the mother's cell number, and of course the house number. And they drilled this into their daughter all the time. And that was something I found very unique, something very, very interesting. But like we had talked about before, I'm not an expert on how the mentality is of a sociopath or psychopath, whatever you want to call it. But it's very clear the only weapon here is vigilance. You got to be very, very aware. It's really sad that you can let your child go to the bathroom alone in a restaurant where you could probably see it or it's in earshot without somebody trying to do the evil deeds that the gentleman in this story tried to do. You have to literally permanently escort your children. It's a bad state of affairs. Very, very shameful. Very sad.
I agree.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your kids and loved ones safe. That's what this podcast is about. Hindsight, martial arts podcast dedicated to dedicated.
I will.
To, huh?
I will cut you off. I forgot to add, just for factual purposes.
Yes.
Sexual offenders are rapists as well, or people who try to kidnap. So it's not just for child molestation. So it covers all those areas.
Okay.
So that registry has that whole umbrella of individuals.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty broad too. So even if you get caught having consensual sex in public, you're going to be on that sex.
You might right because of the exposure to children.
Right.
So.
True.
Or even as inmates, if they're not allowed to have consensual sex. So if they do get caught, I know the state of Florida does put charges on them. And if they are guilty, they have to register as a sex offender. Especially if it's a CEO doing it with an inmate.
All right.
So that's another tidbit on it. But go ahead, close us out, Big Physicist.
All right. Well, you know what it is. If you want to get in touch with us, it's thehynde@gmail.com. That's THEHYNDESITE@gmail.com. We got our Twitter popping, so you can follow us at thehindsight, same spelling. And we're trying to get the other social media things going, and we've got a YouTube channel, so it's The Hindsight, of course. So look for us on YouTube, and we're gonna put some videos up and have some content going, some demonstrations, and just pearls of wisdom that we're just gonna be giving to you guys. So thanks for rolling with us, and we'll see you next time.